Because of the subject matter being discussed, I am legally required to state that this is for entertainment purposes only. You should always seek the care of a medical professional. Now with that out of the way, Tonus Veritatis, level 2. Let's get into this. So, starting back with the original scale sheet, I want to remind everybody what we're doing here. We're going from a 0 tone, -10, you divide by 2. If you go up, you go to the 10th, you multiply by 2. Everything in between there is a 10% raise. If you're going left to right, it's multiplied by 0.95, 0.9, 0.85 if you're going to the left. Alright? So every 10 tones you have an octave, 10 base math, the basis of Tonus Veritatis. So there's a website and a discipline called electroherbalism, which is the using of frequencies to treat certain conditions. I hadn't really heard of this until a comment on the original Tonus Veritatis video led me to purchase this book. Not super thin. Got a lot of really amazing references in it. We're going to go through some of those here in just a second. Now, the reason we're on this website is to explain what the Consolidated Annotated Frequency List is. It's called the CAFL. It is a list of frequencies purported to have therapeutic benefits across a myriad of conditions. Let me tell you, it is very thorough. It is very thorough. This is the Consolidated Annotated Frequency List. The conditions that they treat are out here to the left, and then it gives the frequencies out to the right. Now, there is also the CAFL cross-reference. This one's real important. This one lists the frequency first, then the conditions that can be applied to. And when you get down here and you start noticing that some of these treat a whole lot more things than some of the other ones. So, I got curious. So what I did was I went through this list and I pulled every one of them that has a big block paragraph. If it had more than 3 lines of text for conditions it could be applied to, I pulled it and I put it in a separate list. That is where this document comes in. I call this the CAFL Max Impact List. The following frequencies were chosen for their large number of therapeutic applications in the discipline of electroherbalism. 20, 72, 95, 120, 125, 440, ironically, 444, 464, and it goes down for a minute. Now, I pulled each of the frequencies, what they are reputed to treat as well. So when you get down here, you start seeing the size of this list of the conditions that these things are used to treat or have possible therapeutic benefits from. It's a very long list. There's a lot. There's a lot. This is way zoomed out. I'll zoom back in. So, 120 hertz for anal itching. Good to know. Anyways, so what I did was I took this list of frequencies right here from 20 to 10,000 hertz, put it in a spreadsheet, and I applied Tonus Veritatis math to these frequencies. So here's what we get. Now let me cover some stuff right here. So the highlight key. This is a geometric number. This is a Solfeggio tone. That's a Tonus Veritatis frequency. This is an angel sacred number, and these are Fibonacci matches, okay? So when you take the CAFL list and you throw it in as the 0 tones, and you start looking at this, you start getting a whole lot of matches. We've got Fibonacci numbers here and here. We've got geometric numbers here. We've got geometric numbers all over the place. We have more Solfeggio, 285, 396, 417.6, 396, 528, 174. These start overlapping a lot. 987 is a Fibonacci. The 0.2 is not, but the 987 is. When you apply this math to it, you see that on both sides. I'm not done with this. I've spent about 3 hours on this today, and I finally said, okay, I got enough to explain what I'm doing. So this is one set of numbers that corresponds to geometric shapes. 180, 360, 540, 720, 900, 1080, 720, 2160, 1440, 3600. Corresponds to all those because all those numbers are on here. 360 is with 10th of 3600. Here's 3600. Right there, coming off of 1800, which is a treatment frequency. 2160 coming off of 1800. 1440 coming off of 1800. 1080, 900. 720, 540 coming off of 1600. You start seeing that all these number systems start overlapping. they just start overlapping. I mean, I'm looking, I've even put angel sacred number links in here. 111, 222, 11, 333, 33, 8, 5, well, 5, 8, 13. Some of these are also Fibonacci numbers. So you get, 5, 8, 13, 34, 144, 987. Again, not the 0.2, but it's a whole number match, so I highlighted it. And you start seeing that, hey, you stack 4 systems of math on top of one another in one list of frequencies that is purported to have therapeutic benefits, and you start seeing all the other numbers overlapping and matching. Yeah, it's kind of special. Your brain starts doing things, neurons start lighting up. It's pretty unique. Now, the tones I picked off this list, I just went and said, hey, that's a big block of stuff. I'm going to grab that tone. I didn't count the conditions. I didn't count the therapeutic benefits. I just said, hey, that's a big block of stuff. If it was 3 lines of text at the width I had the notepad displayed at that point, I pulled it. So this is by no means a completely accurate list. But even with a seemingly arbitrary list of said numbers, you get a whole lot of crosstalk and overlaps. And that's the cool part that I wanted to show everybody today. Tonus Veritatis plus the CAFL list, filtered for maximum impact, gives you geometric, Solfeggio, Tonus Veritatis, angel sacred numbers, and Fibonacci number matches. So yeah, have a happy rest of your day. Senior Musica out.